Barstool Sports says they have formed the greatest esports team in the world. Twitch world is on fire because of DMCAs. And is Call of Duty releasing today? Spoilers, probably not. All that ahead on The Breakdown. Welcome back, you beautiful people. It's another Wednesday, which means you get another wonderful episode of The Breakdown. If you're wanting to stay up to date on the latest esports and video game news, we drop brand new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So drop a subscribe today and help me convince my bosses that people love me. Please, I need love. Barstool Sports makes a splash in esports. Barstool Sports is jumping into the esports scene with its brand new team, the Barstool HooliganZ. Yes, it's with a Z. Barstool Sports has created video game content in the past on its Barstool Gametime accounts, which feature highlights from fans and the company's own content. The host of Barstool Gametime, Adam Smith, better known as Smitty to the Barstool alum, explained that all of the previous content has led to the creation of Barstool HooliganZ.
I'll tell you what, it's been a long, strange journey these past 3 years of Barstool Gametime. Been through our ups, and we've been through our downs.
This guy right here, Smitty, actually is defeated. He has never won a solo game. So tell me a little bit about that experience.
I'll tell you what, everything we have done in the past has amounted to what is going on right here, right now. So what's next for that e-gaming at Barstool Sports?
Our e-game is our version of Romper Room.
It's Barstool HooliganZ, our very own esports team.
All four.
Look at this kid!
So let's be honest, the entire team is going to be made up of current Barstool employees. So will they be taking a championship in anything soon? Probably not. But Smitty said they're considering having teams in titles such as Valorant, CSGO, and League of Legends, as well as the Call of Duty team, depending on the talent they can acquire. But at the end of the day, any mainstream org like Barstool that is taking a serious look at esports is all good in my book. Plus, I may go pro in Valorant. I'm terrible. Barstool's my only chance. Twitch goes full nuke mode on DMCAs. If you were on Twitter at any point over the past few days, you definitely saw a tweet from your favorite streamer talking about the Twitch VODpocalypse, and it's been a deal. For those not in the know, a DMCA is essentially a copyright notice that is given to content that contains copywritten stuff. This has always been in Twitch's terms of service, so this isn't something that they just added over the weekend. But they tweeted just a few days ago about possibly getting a ton of requests for takedowns for videos that contain music people were playing illegally.
Is that there is actually a company out there, and I believe I mentioned this to you yesterday. There's a company out there that's monitoring most streams on Twitch, and its two big investors include Universal Music Group and I think one more. I forget what the other one is. Well, I think it might be Warner. It is Warner. And so Universal Music Group and Warner have invested in this company that's monitoring every stream on Twitch. And they have the ability to issue live DMCAs. They just haven't done it yet.
It was standard practice for a long time that streamers just played music in the background. And now they're all being forced to take down their old videos if any of them could possibly contain music that they don't own the rights to. One of the most abused songs that was reported, 50 Cent's Into Club. Why? I don't know. As 50 himself would say though, my flow, my show brought me the dough. But it could be what made some streamers lose millions of views on their older videos that they are forced to delete. Call of Duty was supposed to release today. Or was it? The newest season of Call of Duty was set to be announced earlier last week. But with all the chaos happening in the States right now, Activision and Infinity Ward pushed back the announcement date without giving a solid follow-up date that fans could expect a release on. Well, knowing gamers, people got impatient and attempted to figure it out themselves. We talked earlier in the week about how the Fortnite season was supposedly coming to a close, and most of that information was found through data mining. The same approach was taken by fans of Warfare to try and determine what the new date would be, and they came up with today. But guys, looks like it isn't happening, and that's okay. We should still be able to expect it sometime in the next week or so. But for future reference, I promise that any large-scale game development company is going to give you a quick heads up before they drop an entirely new season and game. When the real date is finally released, you'll be the first to know by heading to checkpointxp.com. That's it for this episode of The Breakdown. Stay up to date on the latest in esports and video game news by subscribing or checking out some of our other great content like The Other Identity. It's a comic book podcast with Robbie Landis and this one guy who used to work for Marvel named Ben Morse. You can even listen to them argue over which Flash is the better Flash, even though it feels like they do that in every single episode. My name's Weirdbeard. Be a good person today, will ya?